right, let's do it. It's time for the 734. I'm Jason DeRusha. Thanks for hanging out with us. Nice to have you here. It is Tuesday morning. I'm trying to make it my mission to say the day of the week a little more often because I know people are saying like they're losing track of the days when you're home for 7 days straight. So today is Tuesday, and it's not going to be as windy as it was yesterday. My gosh, like just the kind of the evergreen tree that's near our house was just smacking the side of my house all day yesterday. Everything in the backyard went flying around. Good news is the leftover leaves that I never cleaned up at the end of last year are now in my neighbor's yard. So that worked out well. Today is still going to be a below average day. You know, we should be at about 60 by now. But, you know, what's up is down, and nobody knows what the weather's supposed to be either. Today, 48 is as good as it's going to get. Tomorrow is the Gold Star Day, so something to look forward to. Hump Day is the day where we're looking at 70 degrees, close to 70 in many areas. All right, let's talk about this. Do you remember where you were 4 years ago on this date when Minnesota music legend Prince died? I remember I was right here with you. I was on the air for 3 or 4 hours straight that day as Reg Chapman was out at Paisley Park right around 11 in the morning when we first started getting word that something awful had happened. Time heals. And tonight, a special tribute concert from the Grammys. Let's Go Crazy, the Grammy salute to Prince. This was taped in January. John Legend, Sheila E., Foo Fighters. Going to be an amazing show at 8 tonight from 8 to 10. Can't wait for it. But we wanted to know your favorite Prince song. I think that'd be fun to see. I mean, obviously, there are the big ones that everybody loves, but some of the deep cuts. So let us know on Facebook, and we'll share a few of your favorites in just a moment. In the news this morning, we were live at the scene of this large apartment fire in North Minneapolis. Look at just the raging flames on this second story of the apartment building, those balconies, everything just going up in flames. Firefighters actually had to rescue about a dozen people from the balconies there. You can see the building just badly damaged. Deputy Fire Chief tells us it could be a lot worse. Fire station just around the corner, and it proved to be crucial for getting to the scene quickly and rescuing all those people.
We got really lucky that no one died here tonight, especially at the time of night that it is and everybody in bed. We got really lucky here. So, and a lot of really good work by our fire crews to actually even get the fire out.
Yeah, something else. No word on what caused that fire. Let's get you updated on the COVID-19 outbreak now. A lot of people are wondering when states will be ready to reopen, and Governor Tim Walz saying Minnesota stores know that when that time comes, it sure isn't going to be business as usual. He reiterated that shoppers are going to have to keep a safe distance from one another, and he thinks that'll likely last for the next 18 months. Yes, social distancing here to stay, which is good for those of us who like to keep our personal space anyway. State business leaders are helping develop protocols to figure out how to make this work. We want to get workers and customers back to be able to safely go to malls or stores. Governor of Wisconsin has outlined a reopening plan, calls for a phased reopening when there's a 14-day decline in COVID cases. This is pretty much the same deal as what the president rolled out last week. There's no set timeline yet because the cases are not on the decline in Wisconsin. So we don't know when businesses will start to reopen. Here are the latest numbers. And we've noted that more than 100 people have tested positive each day for the past 5 days in Minnesota. Prior to this stretch, the average was more like 75 new cases a day, so a little bit of an increase there. There are nearly 2,500 known cases in Minnesota. 143 people have died. Wisconsin, 230 have died, but look at the number of cases, almost 4,500 cases of the virus, and they have been reporting 100+ new cases daily for nearly a week. President Trump saying he is going to take steps to protect American jobs in this new COVID economy. He tweeted that he is going to sign an executive order to temporarily suspend immigration into the United States. He didn't give a timeline. Obviously, there's no immigration happening into the United States right now with the borders closed to international travel. But when things reopen, the president's saying immigration will be temporarily suspended. Questions this morning about the health of North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. U.S. is monitoring intelligence that suggests he's in grave condition. He wasn't at an important national celebration last week. South Korea's government said it could not confirm or would not confirm reports that the leader was feeling unwell following heart surgery. Kim Jong-un in his 30s. President Trump and Governor Walz Well, did they patch things up? Was there ever really a rift? Is the governor kind of smoothing things over? Who knows, right? On Friday, President Trump tweeted, "Liberate Minnesota," as protesters stood outside the governor's residence. Yesterday, he tweeted that the two had a very nice 10-minute call to talk about the state's COVID precautions. Governor Walz said this call happened on Saturday. He said he asked the president, hey, if you're going to tweet "Liberate Minnesota," what do you think is working and what isn't?
The president did mention that he had heard from people in Minnesota that we are listening, we are doing this, and that I am making that effort to thread the needle of opening businesses while keeping people safe. And
so there you go. The governor said he is following the president's recommendation to let governors make the call on how to reopen, but it does seem that Minnesota and the federal guidelines are aligned anyway. Amazon workers planning another strike over COVID-19 concerns. CNN reporting that hundreds of warehouse workers plan to call out of work today. According to a workers' rights group that includes some employees at the Shakopee warehouse, Amazon has said they're already taking protection measures, including providing masks, hiring more people, and increasing pay. It is the last day for Minnesotans who need health insurance to sign up through MNsure. They had this special enrollment period, which closes at midnight tonight. Call center is open a little later than normal. It'll be open till 7 this evening. This morning, U.S. oil prices are trading below zero. So the market's saying, all right, these futures, when it comes to oil, we'll pay you to take this stuff off our hands. Prices crashed below zero for the first time in history. So what's going on? It's kind of obvious, right? The world keeps producing oil. No one's driving. This isn't going to cause a big change at the pump just yet because they buy these on futures contracts. Current contract expires today. There's just nowhere to store the oil. Gas right now averaging $1.58 in Minnesota, $1.21 in Wisconsin. That's the lowest in the whole country. Both states well under $1 below where they were this time last year. People in some St. Paul neighborhoods have this pretty cool idea to come together and support their local restaurants. It's fun, too. They're collaboratively buying gift cards in the West 7th, Lower Town, and downtown St. Paul areas, and then they're raffling them off. So the first 10 people, so, they say, hey, we're doing Parlor tonight, Parlor St. Paul. You spend $10, then they got 100, and so all that money goes directly to the business.
I verify with them that they're doing, what their menu is, and, I'll post a link to their website or Facebook page so that people can see what they're offering and make the decision if they would like to enter in that drawing or not.
So then those 10 people get kind of put on this digital wheel. It's like an app to pick the winner. People in other neighborhoods are doing this too. So you spend 10, you have a chance to win 100, and either way, everybody wins because the restaurants are getting badly needed money. Cool idea. WCCO.com for the link to this. Britain's longest reigning monarch is celebrating another birthday today. Woo! Queen Elizabeth! She is getting turned up tonight. She is 94 years old. Ain't no party like a Queen Elizabeth birthday party, am I right? Celebrations are going to be a little different this year. Usually you have a gun salute. I don't know, do they do a 94 gun salute? Seems excessive. Either way, coronavirus, no salute, no party. Probably just a bunch of British nerds are going to drive by the palace, honking their horn. Happy birthday, Queen Elizabeth. And then whatever the local news is in Britain will put that stupidity on TV. Happy birthday, Queen Elizabeth. Let's get back to today's talker. I got that off my chest?
You hate the Queen. Let's get on to Prince.
I mean, I love the Queen. I'm glad she's alive. I'm glad she's celebrating another birthday. In the story we did this morning, it's like Queen Elizabeth is celebrating her birthday on social media, which is just like the most preposterous
What
thing.
94-year-old?
Like, right. Oh, gosh. Make sure you send Queen Elizabeth your birthday text and post on her Facebook wall. I'm sure she appreciates it. Prince songs today, 4 years ago today, since we learned that Prince died. It was later we learned it was from that overdose, fentanyl. But we are celebrating the music. Great show on CCO tonight at 8. Eric, what are people saying?
We got lots of different songs. I mean, he had
Cool.
so many hits.
Huge catalog. Very, very
Don
broad.
says Raspberry Beret.
Great song.
Valerie says Baby You're a Star. Or Baby I'm a Star.
I'm a Star, yeah.
That's a great one.
That is a good song.
Katie says When Doves Cry. That was a #1 hit.
Yeah, so beautiful.
Jackie and Lindsay both said Seven from the early 90s.
All right. What I think is interesting is Prince had this whole like very highly sexualized period. Of course, then he turned towards religion, and you don't hear those songs mentioned as much as like people's favorites. I don't know if it's.
And speaking of which, Jonathan said Erotic City.
Erotic City, there you go. Like, Get Off, all of those songs.
And I know John Lauritsen is a big fan of Pop Life.
Pop Life.
Great song.
Oh, that is a good song. It's cool. It's been fun over the years to find out like all the other songs that Prince has written for other artists too. He's written country songs, and that's true. Really good. All right, tonight at 8 on CCO is when that concert will be on. Check that out. Thanks for watching the 734, everybody. We'll see you back here tomorrow, same time, same digital channel.